You're listening to the Uplevel Your Online Business Show, where wealth is empowering, purpose is crucial, and high vibes are non-negotiable. And now, here's your host, certified business coach and practical woo strategist, Sarah J. Loureiro.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Uplevel Your Online Business Show. I thought I would make a nice short and sweet episode today to give you some more transparency, because I know that this is something that is often lacked within the online space. There are not a whole lot of people who are telling you what they really think. And when I came into this and when I started this podcast about 2 or almost 3 years ago now, I really wanted to give you that same transparency that I so desired, especially when I was kind of first starting out / in the middle of things and thinking, is everyone really making it seem a lot easier than what it actually is for them? So without further ado, here are 3 things that I really dislike about being an entrepreneur. So the very first thing that I have had a lot of issues with is being in the public sphere all of the time and feeling like I have a slight pressure to perform. And I know a lot of my clients have told me that this is something that they also struggle with. It's this thing like you have to constantly be on Instagram stories or constantly be doing something. And if we are not careful, we can kind of get caught up in the online space, caught up with what everyone else is doing. And at times in my business, I feel like I am under a lot of pressure to launch, to perform, to do things, and to want to strive to do better and better and better. And of course, this is also one of the things that I also love about entrepreneurship is that there's really no cap and I get to really extend myself into my full potential. But if I am not careful, I can really pressure myself too much to be constantly on. And sometimes all I want to do is just get into my pajamas and just watch Netflix or, cook and go outside into my garden and just spend all of the time in the world offline like I don't even exist. Sometimes I want to do that too. And so I just want to normalize that feeling for you. If you ever feel like that, like I just want to get rid of my online personal brand and I just want to go back to being a normal person and I don't want to be a leader anymore and I don't want to push myself anymore. Don't worry. That's also something that I experience. I am sure that so many entrepreneurs experience this as well. And one of the things that I do to help to combat this is to make sure that I am taking time off to disconnect and that I am unattaching myself from my online brand. So I always tell myself, and I didn't do this in the beginning. In the beginning, I feel like it was a lot less balanced for me. But now what I always try to tell myself is at the end of the day, if I were to shut down this business tomorrow and just do my own thing or open up a local business where not a whole lot of people know about me, I would be doing fine. I'd be doing super happy so I can do either or. I don't have to be in this online business. I choose to be in this online business and I choose it over my procrastination, over my fear every single day. And that's what helps to get me up every single morning and be consistent. However, on those days where I feel like all I want to do is just go back into, my shell. And when the anxiety really comes up, I also give myself permission to take a break. Now, the second thing that I have a love-hate relationship with, let me just say that, is launching. And I know I teach launching and I have a lot of clients who do really, really well with it, but I prefer a continuous enrollment model in terms of my group coaching. I'm not sure if that's something that I'm going to stick with, but what I found personally in my business is that launching works really, really well with some of my offers, and with other offers, I just need to follow my own gut and follow my own intuition and really step a lot more in the feminine. I find that launching really brings out my masculine energy, which is something I dominate in regardless. And I've got to be honest, you guys, I have been looking for ways to launch with more ease. And I think I'm finally getting the gist of what launching with ease actually looks like for me. And it's very, very different from so many other people in this industry. And one of the reasons why I wanted to touch on this is to let you know that you can have permission to do things differently. And I am so guilty of being a really, really good student. I was a teacher's pet for most of high school, university, my master's degree, everything. I was born to please. I know exactly what to do in order to make my professors, teachers, everyone happy. And so when I get coaches and mentors, I do the same thing. And sometimes I do that against my own intuition. And I have to consistently learn how to really go back into my intuition and make sure that I'm choosing mentors and coaches who will help me bring out and uncover that intuition rather than telling me what to do, which, by the way, that is what a coach does. A mentor or a strategist or a consultant will tell you what to do. A coach is going to help you to bring out what you truly want to do in your business. And so my second kind of pet peeve with online business is launching. I still have not found a perfect way to launch one of my scalable offers. And I am constantly working through that, constantly progressing through that. And I just wanted to be super candid on here and let you know that if you do not like launching, or if you've ever had a failed launch, you are not alone. In fact, most people out there consider launching extremely stressful. And most of the really successful entrepreneurs I know personally have had failed launches. I have had a few launches that have not done really well. And I'm here and I own a multiple six-figure business. And I can tell you this from a place of success, from a place of it is totally normal to have those types of failures. But if you find that the system that you're currently working with isn't working the way that you want it to, or if it isn't truly aligned to you, know that a lot of people struggle with specific business models because of the fact that it isn't truly what they want to do. And what you're going to want to do, if you also feel that way, is get a coach or a mentor who is going to help you really bring out what your intuition is telling you to do and how to go about that in a strategic way for your business. And lastly, the third thing that I struggle with in terms of being an online business owner is constantly seeing other people's successes all of the time on social media. And I don't know any other industry where this exists, where you're constantly seeing your competitors all over the place. Not just your competitors, but you're seeing everyone's highlight reels because that's all you do is you're online all of the time. And you are also looking for ways to stand out in your own industry. And I have been shifting my own marketing personally because I really want it to feel a lot more aligned to both me and my clients. And this is a spiritual process that I am actually under. I'm infusing my spiritual processes with my business processes so that I can truly find something that feels super aligned to me and something that is going to speak more to who my ideal client is. And one thing that I do know is that I want to step away from a lot of the personal achievements and the personal success and that showcasing, that constant showcasing of it. Because I really want to focus on that detachment. Now, I told you guys that this was going to be a really candid episode. I'm not sugarcoating anything. I want you to see the transparent, the real Sarah J. Lareau and not just some marketing gimmicks that I'm using for a podcast episode. So I hope that you resonated with this and that it really spoke to you because I think a lot more people feel this way, but not a whole lot of people are talking about it. And there are specific things that I know that other people struggle with that I don't necessarily struggle with. And so in terms of the inconsistent income, for example, that's not something that's ever been a huge problem for me. I mean, sure, it was really great when I got my exact paycheck every 2 weeks. I get the exact same money deposited into my bank account. But I've also learned how to kind of grow with the ebbs and flows of the income amounts. And I know that that is something that bothers other people. I know that there are people who hate how they're always thinking about business. And that's actually something that I've come to embrace as I really embrace the leadership aspect that I'm playing in my business, when I really start to embrace how much more of an impact I'm able to make for my clients and for the world in general. I really love the fact that my business brain is kind of just always on. And as long as I create those boundaries through family time, through friend time, through downtime, it's totally okay. And I really accept and I invite all of those business ideas and even some of the frets and the worries, because they are all trying to push me into more of my full potential. So I'd love to hear from you. Which one of these did you resonate the most with? Please send me a DM on Instagram. You can reach me at Sarah without an H, J Loureiro. That's Loureiro. And let me know which one of these really, really spoke to you. I would love to hear from you. If you could leave me a 5-star review and subscribe to this podcast, I would be forever grateful for you as well. Thank you so much. And I will see you next time.
Thanks for listening to the Uplevel Your Online Business Show. If you enjoy our show and would like the show notes and free goodies about how to grow your online coaching business, head over to sarahjloureiro.com for more information. We hope you'll tune in next time.